everybody. Welcome back. It's Miss Bigner. Back with another few chapters of Captain Awesome versus Nacho Cheeseman. When we last left, Captain Awesome, also known as Eugene, had a big fight with Nacho Cheeseman, also known as Charlie, out on the playground. Let's find out if they make up and where did that super dude issue number 429 go to? Let's find out. Chapter 7, I don't feel like dessert. Oh, it's got to be bad if he doesn't feel like dessert. Eugene sat at the table and stared at his vegetables. He rolled the peas to one side of his plate, then rolled them behind the mashed potatoes so he wouldn't have to look at them. Eugene's mom made peas a lot. Sometimes she steamed them, sometimes she boiled them, sometimes she added butter. Sometimes she added tiny little onions, but no matter how she tried to disguise the little green things, they were still icky peas. Bleh. Eugene lifted his mashed potatoes with a spoon and mushed them over the peas. Eat your vegetables or you won't get any dessert, his mom reminded him. Eugene sighed. He didn't feel like eating anything anyway, including dessert. Eugene's mom touched her son's hand. You seem upset, Eugene. Is something wrong? Eugene shrugged and mumbled something that sounded like, I know what might cheer you up, his mom continued. What if we ask Charlie's mom if Charlie can come over this Friday for another sleepover? Charlie's not my best friend. He's not even my worst friend. I'd rather have a sleepover with Queen Stinky Pants than Charlie because at least I already know Queen Stinky Pants is going to try to shoot me into space with the giant diaper, so it won't be a surprise when she does. Eugene raced from the table and ran to his room. His mom and dad sat at the table in shocked silence. Then Eugene's dad, Ned, asked, Wait, who's Queen Stinky Pants? I really think that one of us should go see what's up with him, Eugene's mom said. I'll go, Eugene's dad quickly got up from his seat. He hoped that by the time he came back to the dinner table, his wife would have already thrown away the icky peas he hid under the roast beef on his plate. Chapter 8, Who's the Bad Guy Now? Eugene's dad knocked on the door. Eugene covered his head with a pillow and mumbled, Come in! His dad sat on the bed. Are you okay, son? Eugene's dad felt a bit strange talking to a pillow. Did something happen with Charlie? Everything went wrong with Charlie, Eugene blurted, throwing the pillow off his face. Turbo rolled to Charlie and not me when I called Turbo Force. And then Charlie let Meredith Mooney sit next to him on the bus just 'cause she called firsties. And he wanted me to push him on the swing just 'cause it was my turn to push. And most of all, he stole my favoriteest double-ever super dude comic number 429. Eugene took a deep breath. Saying all those words at once made his face turn really red. Eugene's dad, there he is, trying to be a good daddy there, thought about his son's problem very carefully, mostly because he had no idea what Turbo Force, Firsties, and Double-Evered even meant, but also because he loved Eugene and didn't want to mess things up even more. Luckily, Eugene's dad knew one way he could help. Eugene, I don't think Charlie stole your Super Dude comic. How would you know that unless you had X-ray vision or something? Eugene paused for a moment and then asked hopefully, Do you have X-ray vision? No, son, but I do have this. Eugene's dad pulled out the missing copy of Super Dude number 429. Eugene practically fell out of his bed. How did his dad get his Super Dude comic? Was he the one who took the comic from Eugene's room? But why? Then it hit Eugene. Alien stole his dad's brain, sucked it into a jar, and replaced it with an evil alien robot brain. Eugene leaped from his bed. Don't you worry, Dad. Captain Awesome will save your brain. My brain's fine, although I do get a little headache sometimes when I see your mom's made more peas for dinner. But why did you take my comic? If aliens didn't steal his dad's brain, well, Eugene was confused. I didn't take it. I found it in Molly's baby doll stroller, and I think she took it because she wanted to play with you. She wanted to do something you like to do. She wanted to play with me? Eugene thought. When I saw her in the backyard, I kind of called her a bad guy and told her to not open the doorway to the barkyard, Eugene confessed, feeling rotten. Molly was going to open the doorway to the, backyard? That is serious stuff. Eugene's dad put an arm around his son. The boy stared quietly at Super Dude comic. Eugene, do you know what makes Super Dude a superhero? It's not the costume or the superpowers. It's because when someone needs help, Super Dude does everything he can to help them, no matter who they are. He treats everyone with kindness and respect, except for the bad guys, of course. And that makes him someone the rest of us can look up to and admire, just like Molly does to you, her big brother. The last words made Eugene have a terrible thought. Yes, even more terrible than Super Dude covered in drool. He hadn't been very nice to his little sister, and if she was the one who took his Super Dude comic, then he had been pretty rotten to Charlie as well. The thought was really hard for Eugene to swallow, even harder than his mom's icky peas. Maybe it was Captain Awesome who was acting like the bad guy after all. Well, at least we know what happened to his comic. And so tomorrow we're going to start with chapter 9 called Something Better Than Pizza. Snip, snap, snap. Story time is all told out. See you later, kindergarten.